Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Mass Effect 2 here on the Game Professor channel. I'm your host, the Game Professor, and today we are actually, I think we're just going to go straight back to the Normandy at this point, and we are going to get going to start trying to get some more squad members. We got Kasumi last time, and we also have each of the dossiers that we have to take care of now. And the way this game is structured surrounds the dossiers and main story missions as they are presented by the Elusive Man. I'll get a little bit more into this the next time the Elusive Man intervenes. But suffice to say, when you compare it to the kind of oversight that the Council had in the last game, it's very different. So, as you can see right now, we could go to the Boltzmann system and we could help Kasumi right now. I sometimes like to do that. I don't really want to do that right now. I am going to buy more probes as well, so we are fully stocked there. But here we have all of our current dossiers. So we have a Krogan warlord to recruit, we have a convict to recruit, then we have the Professor and Archangel as well. And we also can explore the Normandy crash site, and then over here is where Project Overlord is. Overlord is one of the DLCs. We'll get into that a little bit later in the game. That's one where I really think it's more fitting if Shepard's been a bit more involved with Cerberus before doing that. But we are going to go to the Omega Nebula so that we can go after Archangel and the Professor. And yes, we could technically go straight to the Omega 4 relay right now. It would be insta-death, but we could do that if we wanted. But let's go to Omega. So, mined out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and no one can recall a time there ever was one. 7.8 million people on Omega. That is huge when you think about it, because it's a space station, so pretty cool to think about. But let's go in. We're gonna have to meet a few people pretty much right away, and you will notice that I don't have Zaid. I believe I mentioned this in a previous episode, probably last episode if I did, but the DLC for Zaid is no longer available, it seems, just to buy it a la carte, so I don't have that. We will have to wait for the Legendary Edition to see Zaid on my channel, so I personally am okay with that. Between him and Kasumi, I find Kasumi to be the more interesting character, but I do like the impact that Zaid has later on as well. And I am going to bring Kasumi, and I'm going to bring Miranda. That looks good to me. Again, going for an all-girl squad. But let's do that at least. Oh shoot, that's not... Well, let me look at this again. So, now I have 6. Well, you know what? We'll do this. Get a little bit of even coverage there. Mostly because I want to make sure that she is solid. And we don't have any other weapons. This is one of the gameplay elements that I hate about this game, is the way that they do the weapons. It is atrocious, in my opinion.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate, now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Okay.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Yeah, relax.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Aria for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
Alright.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Mordin Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station.
Okay. So this just gives us a nice little overview of the entire area. It's not a very useful map.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
Alright. Let's do this then.
Let me in. Ari's expecting me. Ugh.
Annoyed. If she were expecting you, you'd be inside.
Ari's expecting me. Ugh.
Annoyed.
Oh
If
boy.
she were expecting you, you'd be inside.
That is very amusing. Let's talk to Miranda about this view.
Omega, what a piss hole. At least it keeps you on your toes. I've had to come here on business before. I feel like I need a shower afterward, in addition to normal decontamination.
Alright. That's a nice perspective, I guess.
You've let 10 people in while I've been standing here.
Uncaring. They were VIPs.
I'm sorry, I have to listen to the entirety of this conversation because it's so good.
Don't you know who I am?
Matter of factly. No. Get in line.
The idea of a...
I'll pay you. I'm prepared to offer you 50 credits.
Oh boy, 50
With
credits.
apparent interest. Double it.
Okay, 100 credits.
Amused. Double it.
Oh dear.
200 credits?
Assertively. No. Get back in line.
Oh boy.
I've had enough of this. Let me inside or I'll smash that smelly ass you call a face.
With barely constrained menace. Try it.
Whatever. I don't want to go in there anyway.
See if there's any more. Apparently not.
Go on in. Aria's expecting you.
I know she is. What's up with these folks?
What are you looking at?
Careful.
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now. See you around.
Nice. And you can just see, sorry, one of my points of annoyance for the first game, you can see how good the auto-saving is in this game. It's like, Autosave needs to have a point. Let's get the bottle of brandy. That's for Dr. Chakwas, so that's good. Oh, right, I was gonna get the food for the cook on the Normandy as well.
You want to talk? Talk to Aria.
But yeah, I've now forgotten the species, the alien race that was the bouncer, but that is just such a perfect bouncer, because you think about bouncers, they're supposed to just be deadpan, and that is effectively the whole point of that race.
That's close enough.
Okay.
Stand still.
Yeah, what's the scan for?
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job. Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face. I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions. You run Omega? I am Omega.
Sounds serious.
But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one rule. Don't fuck with Aria.
All right. I think that is simple enough. And if anyone recognizes her voice, this is Carrie-Anne Moss, who voices Aria. Probably know Carrie-Anne Moss from the Matrix trilogy as Trinity. She was also in Chocolat. Very, very talented, prolific actress. And I love that she is in this.
I like it. Easy to remember. If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see what info we can get from her.
What can I do for you?
Tell me more about Archangel.
I'm trying to track down Archangel. You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
Half of Omega?
Why is everyone after him? He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
All right. Well, I need him.
I'm putting a team together. He's on my list. Interesting. You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
Yeah, definitely explain.
What kind of trouble? The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
That could be our way in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
Okay. What groups are after him?
Which merc groups are after Archangel? Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Okay. And can you tell me anything more about him?
What can you tell me about Archangel? Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic. But he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
Well, I'd say that he's a pretty smart guy then.
I appreciate the help. See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
All right. What about Mordin?
I'm looking for Mordin Solus. Do you know where I can find him? The Salarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Mordin. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
Okay, you know him?
What can you tell me about him? Used to be part of the Salarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
Alright. Tell me more about Omega.
So you must know what's what on Omega. Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
Alright. Can you tell me more about yourself? You seem like an interesting woman, to say the least.
Tell me how you got set up here. That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove.
Alright.
Short answer, mind your own damn business.
Alright. Yeah. Obviously, there was a bit of an acknowledgement of the indifference to Shepard in that last answer, but let's dig into that a little bit more.
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am. Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
Okay. And when you think about the fact that she says, I am Omega, that is fitting.
Maybe I'll come back later. Maybe I'll be here.
Alright. So, now we have two options. We can either go to the quarantine zone to go for Mordin, or we can go to the mercs to join up, or to find Archangel. I do want to do one thing before we do that. I believe there's a way for me to do this. Oh wait, no, that's the, that was to the merc spot. This is where I want to go. Oh, that's a name I recognize.
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you'd remember. You removed 2 criminal warlords from power and persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above? I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
Okay, but yeah, I told you to straighten up, and this is not really a place for that.
And now you're on Omega. Once a criminal, always a criminal, eh?
Oh no, Commander. I retired. I know better than to go back on my word with you. You convinced me to turn my life around. I'm a social worker now, believe it or not.
Okay. That is interesting.
That seems like a hopeless job in a place like this.
Quite the opposite, actually. This place needs it more than most. Doing the good work in a place like this requires that one understand how things truly work, which makes me uniquely qualified.
That is actually pretty cool. And very true when you think about that in terms of reality as well.
That's more noble than I expected.
Noble? No. It's just that someone came along a few years ago and made me see the error of my ways. You convinced me that I could use my contacts and skills for things other than smuggling and exploitation. I thank you for that.
All right. That is really good, actually.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're keeping out of trouble.
Thank you. This is all to your credit, Commander.
All right. Well, I'll see you around, Helena.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
Very interesting. Interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed that political ad there. So now we have another lower area of the bar. We'll deal with this guy later. We can watch a dancer if we want. I'm not going to do that. Let me see here. Alright, so yeah, this should be the way to go. This will just get us to the market area. Just simplify life a little bit by doing this.
Shepard Memorial Plaza on Elysium was voted this year's hottest wedding location. Under Admiral Hackett's orders, money raised from wedding fees goes to funds for Alliance veterans.
That's interesting.
If you've got Vorcha problems, there's only one thing to do. Get rid of them. Genera Relocation Services will design and execute a 3, 4, or 5-part plan to confront your nagging Vorcha problem and remove it entirely. And it's safe and humane. In all our long history, not a single client has been harmed by Genera Relocation Services or our methods. Call today. Get rid of your Vorcha hassles forever.
Okay. I think it's in part the fact that I have headphones on, because I've never noticed any of these ads before.
Human. Tell Captain Gavorn we not kill anyone today.
Who's Captain Gavorn?
I don't know a Captain Gavorn. Why would I tell him anything?
Not trust you. Tell Gavorn we know his tricks. We not kill anyone today.
Okay. Yeah, how many Vorcha live here?
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
Go away. Talk too much. Gavorn's thugs get no more. We leave.
Good talking to you.
No more talk. We know Gavorn's tricks. We leave.
Alright. So yeah, those are Vorcha. Let's see what Kasumi has to say about this. I've never actually brought Kasumi onto Omega.
I like the seedier towns. They're prettier. They value their light. They don't have god-awful neon everywhere, like Ilium or the Citadel. Just the light of people living, moving from place to place. Just enough to know people live there.
It's a very romantic perspective. Let's see what Ken has here, though.
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
Good for you.
That sounds like a good cause. How's that going?
Not very well. No one will buy anything at the prices Herod forces me to ask for them.
Okay. Why are you here?
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvaged parts. You can see how that turned out. Herod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
Tell me about Herod.
Why does Herod control your prices?
Herod made me swear not to undercut him, no matter what. He was here first, so it's his right. But no one will buy from me when he's so much cheaper. I can't save enough money for a ticket off the station.
I'll have a talk with Herod.
I could go talk to Herod for you. Get him to ease up.
I won't stop you. If you can convince him to lay off, then maybe I'll get off this station after all. His shop's up the ramp, near where Marsh sells his goods. Anything you can do will be much appreciated.
Fuzzy, how about we don't do this right next to my mic stand, okay?
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Rachni ship profiles. The few ships sighted have been small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The Council has pledged a full investigation.
Fuzzy and Chester have a new toy.
I have to go.
So if you hear a lot of thumping in the background,
Thank you.
it is Fuzzy playing away. And I apologize that I've continued to look at my my watch and phone throughout this episode, I have a target order that is coming, and have had to be dealing with that. So, where is Harriet's Emporium? Over here, there we are. Let's talk to Harriet.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
What do you have?
What kinds of things do you sell here?
Friendly, salvaged parts. All kinds. Mostly legitimate. With pride, my prices are the lowest anywhere on the station. You won't find salvage cheaper than mine.
Yeah, about that. Let's talk about the Quarian.
Tell me about your deal with the Quarian over there.
Suspicious. If I had made such a deal, I would certainly not be inclined to discuss it. Accusatory. I don't understand how it is any concern of yours.
Leave him alone.
What if you and I make a deal? You let him set his own prices, and I won't break your legs.
With barely contained terror, you drive a hard bargain, human.
I haven't even started.
Resignation. Very well. I will release the Quarian from his promise. Conciliatory. To show there is no ill will, I offer you a discount on my own wares.
Alright, I dig that.
I have things to do.
Courteously, have a fine day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
I think we will. And this increases headshot damage, so it is a wonderful thing for a sniper. So yes, please. Get the model. The capacitor chest plate reduces delay before shields start regenerating. That's pretty good. And a hack module. Doubles the time limit for hack. In the ongoing war between security software companies and hackers, Cerberus seeks to maintain a list of primary backdoors, little-known security holes that have been active for some time and remain unpatched. Ongoing research in this area should improve operatives' ability to hack through the most conventional security measures. I dig it.
Oh, it's this.
So, now we will have to get Mordin before we can do anything with the upgrade that we just got. But that's fine. Let's talk to Ken, though.
I heard you spoke to Harriet. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I hope you find my new prices more to your liking.
I could pay your way. Absolutely.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way, but I couldn't let you do that. This is my mistake on my pilgrimage. It's my problem.
But I have a soft spot for Quarians. So, yeah. Take the credits.
Here you go. 1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With this, I can finally continue on my pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
And we are still able to get items. So, we will do this. Get heavy weapon ammo.
This should come in handy.
Here are the T6 FBA couplings for the ship. Another upgrade and another upgrade. So, got everything that we can get there. But now, let's see. Well, we've actually been going for about a half hour now, so let me just get us... Well, actually, no, I'm gonna do this as well. Storm speed. Sniper rifle damage, absolutely good.
I'll take it.
And a porno mag. Just because it's only 5 credits. You can't do anything with it. It's purely just for the novelty of it. But... So... I was going to go for Archangel first, but I've changed my mind, so we are going to go to the quarantine zone And
complaining is pointless, human. There's a plague. Nobody gets in or out.
And we are going to go after Mordin.
I'm doing you a favor.
So, let me go a little further away so we're not dealing with their conversation. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you always know when I have new videos coming out, and follow the links in the description to the Facebook page and Discord server so you can join the conversation. And if you are interested in supporting me monetarily, I do have a Patreon as well. Link for that is below as well, and that has some interesting tiers right now, mostly just some background info and progress on my drafting process for analysis videos. But if you are interested, again, link is below. But until next time, everybody, this is your Game Professor, signing off.